Okay, so y equals ax squared plus bx plus c is the standard form for a quadratic function. What shape is it? A quadrilateral. Wonderful. No. What shape is a square? It's a parabola. A parabola. It's U-shaped, right? Okay, it opens up if opens upward, points upward. A is positive. Wonderful. Way to go, Gunner. A is positive. And it opens down if I knew you could do it. Wide if when is it wider? A is a fraction between 0 and 1. And it's thinner if A is bigger than 1. Does anybody remember the x-coordinate or the axis of symmetry? The x-coordinate of the vertex? What the formula is for that? Negative b divided by 2a. Remember? 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 Once you find the x-coordinate or the vertex or the axis of symmetry, how do you find the y-coordinate? Plug it back in. Plug x value back in. Plug it back into the equation and then solve for y. Okay, you ready? You ready? Ready? Ready to do this? Now, my first hour went way too fast, so I slowed it way down for my third hour, and they said I went way too fast. So I don't know what to do at this point. Okay, number 1. We are in standard form, correct? What's my A? What's my B? And what's my C? Okay, my axis of symmetry or my x-coordinate of the vertex. What's the formula? Negative b divided by 2a. Okay, again, negative, what's my b? Negative 4 divided by 2 times my a. Good. What's negative 4? What's 2 times 2? So what's my, so my x vertex is 1, or my axis of symmetry is x equal 1. Did I lose anybody? Yeah, negative b over 2a is the formula to find the axis of symmetry. The axis of symmetry is also the x-coordinate of the vertex. Okay. Get a root canal yet? I can't wait for you to get a root canal. Are we ready? Now, how do we find what? Yeah, we're going to plug it back in to find y. Okay, so here I have y equals 2. I'm going to plug in my x, which is 1. 1 squared minus 4 times my x is 1 plus 3. Okay. 1 squared is 1 times 2 is 2. 4 times 1 is 4, so minus 4 plus 3. So what's my y value? 1. Okay, so my vertex is 1 comma 1. Okay, for a parabola, I gotta have one less and one more. So one less would be, I'm gonna use 0. One more, I'm gonna use 2. Plug in 0 for my x. Well, let's see. Y equals 2 times 0 squared minus 4 times 0 plus 3. So what's y? 3. What do you think this one's going to be? Not negative 2. No. It's symmetrical. What do you think this y is going to be? 3.
I just don't know how you got the second.
All right. Shut up. You guys were good here. The 1, 1.
Yeah.
I picked for my x, I picked one less and one more.
Okay.
So I plugged 0 in to get my y coordinate, which was 3. I'm doing the same thing here. Okay, if I plug in my 2, I get 2 squared minus 4, 2 plus 3. 2 squared is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 minus 8 is 0, plus 3 is 3.
Okay.
You guys are just a bunch of wonderful students. Wonderful students. Okay, I'm going to graph these. 0, 3, and 2, 3. And there's my parabola. More than likely, yes, they're going to ask for it in test question. Axis of symmetry. Okay, none of this should be new to you guys. You should have seen this somewhere before in your life. Yes, you did. You're a liar. By the way, did you guys notice what C was in the formula? It is 3. My C is 3. It's also called the y-intercept. Okay, let's do your choice. Which one do you want me to do? 2 or 3? All right, to number 2. What's my A? Negative 1/2. So which way is this? What? It's gonna go. Yeah, it's gonna go down. It's gonna go downward, and it's gonna be wider. Okay, what's my B? And what's my C? My axis of symmetry. Negative B over 2A. Negative B is negative 1 over 2 times my A is negative 1/2. Holy moly, I got to multiply fractions. It does equal 1, doesn't it? Negative 1 over negative 1, which is 1. Okay, so that's my axis of symmetry. X equal 1. It's also the X vertex of my vertex. X coordinate of my vertex. All right, so we got to find Y. What am I going to do? I'm going to plug in back X. I have negative 1/2 times 1 squared plus 1 plus 4. 1 squared is 1. 1 times negative 1/2 is negative 1/2. Good. Glad you guys are keeping up. Plus 1 is positive 1/2. Plus 4, 4.5. Or 9/2 or 4.5. With me? Did I lose anyone? Huh? Okay, I need to pick a number smaller. I'm going to pick 0. I need one bigger. I'm going to pick 2. Okay, let's put in 0 for our x. Y equals negative 1/2 times 0 squared plus 0 plus 4 is 4. Hey, since it's symmetric, what do you think this number is going to be? Okay, let's plot these. 1, 4.5 is right about there. 0. I'm going to throw something at you. Yeah, you're not even taking notes. Very good. Glad. It should be. It's the second time you've seen this. Okay? Now in Algebra 2, now that you're grown young women and men, and I use that term loosely, we're going to do this in vertex form. In vertex form, we have y equals a times the quantity x minus h squared plus k, where our vertex is always hk, and our axis of symmetry is x equals h, or the x coordinate, like we did in standard form. Right? Did I lose anybody? Now, in vertex form, we can look at it, pick out our hk, pick out all our transformations, right? Just like we did with the past 3 functions, right? Right? Okay. All right. Number 4. What's my h? Yep. What's my K? So what's my vertex? What's going to be my axis of symmetry? Which is 4. So I have 4 for my x. I have to figure out what my y coordinates at the vertex is. What am I going to do? Plug the 4 into the x. Thank you. Oh, it should be 3. So my k is 3. Yeah, we already had that with the vertex, right? That's okay. Give us some more. So my axis of symmetry is x equal 4. I do need a couple other points. Something less than 4. Okay, if I plug in 3 for x, y equals the quantity 3 minus 4 squared plus 3, negative 1 squared plus 3 is 4. Negative 1 squared is positive 1 plus 3 is 4. Am I going too fast? Okay, I'm going to plot my 3 points. 3, 4, 4, 3, and 5, 4. And there's my parabola. Yeah, we should do a test Friday. Nah, we should do one Friday. All right, which one you want to do, 5 or 6? Okay, what's my vertex? Axis of symmetry. Good. So x equals 3. And I have my vertex already, 3, negative 5, huh? Nope, it's inside my parentheses, so it's opposite sign. So 3, negative 5. I need a number less than 3. Okay, I'm going to use 2. So I have y equals 1/2 times 2 minus 3 squared minus 5. Okay, 2 minus 3 is 1. 1 squared is 1. 1 times 1/2. It's actually negative 1, but it doesn't matter. Is 1/2 minus 5 equals negative 4.5, 0.5, whatever, however you want to do it. Okay, let's plot these. 3, negative 5. 2, negative 4.5. And 4, negative 4.5. So this thing's going to be pretty wide. So pretty easy so far, right? Okay. Yeah, for some reason, this whole x-intercept thing is throwing students off. Huh? Okay, as Bob Seger would say, turn the page. Okay, I do not like this formula at all, this form. Y equals A times X minus P times X minus Q. What does this look like to you? Looks like factoring, right? Yeah, the quantity times one quantity times the other quantity, you FOIL. Okay? That's what this is. Now, anybody remember how we find the x-intercepts? You take each quantity, x plus 3, and you set it equal to 0. Take x minus 5, set it equal to 0. So what are my x-intercepts? Negative 3 and 5. Okay? Negative 3 and 5. Now, the axis of symmetry. They have this thing, and it's halfway between P sub 0 and Q 0. All right, this is how you find it. This is the easy way. You're not going to find this anywhere, so listen. You're not going to find this anywhere, so listen. Okay, watch. Watch. You're not going to find this anywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Half of 8 is what? So I'm going to go back 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's my axis of symmetry. X equal 1. Okay? My axis of symmetry is also the x coordinate of my vertex. Shoot. Now I have to figure out what y is. How am I going to do this? Plug x back, 1 back in for x. So y equals 1 plus 3 times 1 minus 5. What? I just took my 1, plugged it back into my equation to get y. Huh? Okay, so I get 4 times negative 4, negative 16. Okay. So 1, negative 16, 1, negative 16 is my vertex. I have my 3 points. So there's my parabola. Okay, which one you want to do? 8 or 9? It's my last one. Number 8. Number 9. Okay, I'm going to find my x-intercept, so I take each quantity, x minus 3, set that equal to 0, and x plus 1, set that equal to 0. So my x-intercepts are 3 and negative 1. 3 and negative 1. Okay, I'm going to find my axis of symmetry. 1, 2, 3, 4 divided by 2 is 2, so I'm going to go back 2. 1, 2. There's my axis of symmetry, x equal 1. It's also the x-coordinate of my vertex. How do I find y? Going to plug it back in here for x. So y equals 2 times 1 minus 3 times 1 plus 1. Okay, 2, what's 1 minus 3? Negative 2. 1 plus 1 is positive 2. Negative 2 times 2 is negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. Yep. So 1, negative 8. I have my 3 points. Draw your parabola. Your diseased function. The parabola. The parabola virus. Okay, your homework? Practice work? How many problems you got? 3. Okay, you've got 15 minutes to do this. If you walk out of here with homework, you have some serious issues.